Okay, so I got a package earlier today. Let's see what we got here. Alright. So, we got 90 Leaf Baseball Series 2. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs. Got these off eBay a couple days ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bust one pack for you right now on Pack a Day, and then we'll do the other 6 on the next video for Card Junkie. Let me give you a little background on Leaf. Basically, when Donruss started making baseball cards in 1981, they had pretty good success, 81, 82, 83. Each year they kept doing a better job and they kept selling more cards, and it got to the point around 83 where they were actually making a pretty nice profit. And a candy company conglomerate in Europe named Leaf took notice and made a bid to acquire the company, and they did. They bought Donruss. And then they started making the Donruss cards, I think, starting in 84. One of the first things Leaf did was they decided to make a French version of the Donruss cards starting in 1985, sort of like OPC and Topps, where it's the exact same card, the same set, only it has French printing on it for the Canadian market. And Leaf started doing that with the Donruss sets starting in 85. It was basically a mirror set, same design, same photos, same players, same set, basically, only with the French writing on it, so they could sell the cards in Canada. And so that's what Leaf cards were from 85 to 89, just the Canadian version of Donruss. But then starting in 1990, they wanted to try something different. The Canadian cards didn't really ever sell very well, and they never really made a whole lot of money. American baseball is not that popular in Canada, and the hobby wasn't, they're more into hockey cards. So what they decided to do starting in 1990 was take advantage of the growing baseball card market in America and issue a premium set that was completely separate from Donruss, just a completely separate product. And they came out with the Leaf set in 1990. It's completely, basically it's, they went ahead and made the regular Donruss base set, inexpensive, low-end base product. Then with the Leaf brand, they decided to make it a whole separate entity, make it a premium product. And it actually was a huge success, and it's something that OPC would copy as well. In 1991, Topps decided just to make the OPC set separate, make it a premium set as well. But Leaf was the first one to do it in 1990, and they did it the best. So with 90 Leaf Baseball, you have improved cardstock, gloss, improved photography, full color on both sides. As you can see, foil packaging. And also they limited production, mostly because it was a premium product, but more importantly because it was the first year they were trying this concept and they weren't sure if it was going to work or not, and of course it ended up taking off like wildfire, but they didn't know that at the time. So these are actually pretty hard to find. The production's pretty limited on them, and that just drove the value up even more. And so anyway, it's trying to describe 90 Leaf. It's sort of like a cross between Bowman and Upper Deck. it's a smaller set. It's focused more on the prospects and rookies, with a few star veterans mixed in, but not a lot of common players, sort of like Bowman. And then with the quality sort of resembles Upper Deck a little bit with the photography and the design and the quality of the cardstock and whatnot. So it's sort of a cross between Bowman and Upper Deck. And it really was unlike anything else in the hobby at the time, and it actually really filled a niche the first year it came out, because it was something that wasn't out there and ended up, you know, really taking off. So anyway, what's funny is when this first came out, it was I remember it was really hard to find, because everything else was so overproduced, like Topps, Fleer, and Donruss, even Score and Upper Deck at that point were so easy to find that when this came out, you really couldn't find it anywhere. And I remember actually finding some packs occasionally at certain card shops, but they were always like $5 or $6 a pack. And I was like, how could anybody pay that much for a pack, even though the cards were worth a lot of money? So I never touched it, but it's a set that actually really has held its value because it's so scarce. And actually, it was the set to collect in 1990. If you want, you know, a Frank Thomas rookie or a Sammy Sosa rookie or any 1990 rookie, this is the one you would get because it's the most valuable and it's the most coveted set that came out that year. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and rip this one pack for you guys. These are all Series 2 packs. There were 2 series, 264 cards in a series. Series 1's a little more valuable because it's loaded with a little bit more of the hot rookies. Series 2 is not too bad either, though. Series 1 had the Sosa, but Series 2 had a $20 Frank Thomas rookie. It also has an $8 Larry Walker rookie, a $2 David Justice rookie, and a $2 Nolan Ryan card. So let's go ahead and rip this open, see what we get. It's 90 Leaf Baseball. You get 3 puzzle pieces and 15 cards, sort of like Donruss, and actually it even says on the back here, from the makers of Donruss cards, because this was like the first year they did this. The packs are like actual foil, by the way, which is kind of neat. You don't see that anymore. And there is, they had a Yogi Berra puzzle just like Donruss, only as you can see it has shiny metallic foil on it. And the cards have sort of shiny gray on the front and shiny gray on the back, so it's sort of a metallic thing going on because that was like really big back then. Anyway, here's the first card. It's Glenn Bragg's. As you can see, pretty decent photography, nice design, and the backs look like this. There's a full color photo on the back as well as full stats and a little bio. So they were a lot better than Donruss at the time. Dana Keeker, and the set was really heavy with prospects as well, as you'll see. Sean Bosky, Chris Hoyles, Joe Hesketh, Dwayne Ward, Brad Arnsberg, Trevor Wilson, oh, here's a nice one, Randy Johnson, Gene Nelson, Dennis Rasmussen, Jim Leyritz, Lee Smith, Fred Manrique, and last card in the first pack is Scott Ruskin. Well, nothing so far, but we got 6 more packs of this to bust, so we'll see if we get any hits. I'll see you on the next video.